Mic check, 1 2 1 2. It's your boy Dame Doja here with my brother DJ
Decepticon.
Yes, sir. The illest engineer not out of Nebraska. Yeah, man. And it's the Word of the Neck podcast, man. I know that ain't make no sense at all, but it's still all good. We got an extra special guest in the building today, producer extraordinaire Evil G. But before we actually tell you more information about Evil G, let's get into one of the songs that he produced by one of my favorite artists in this hip-hop thing out of Atlanta, Georgia. Bankroll Fresh.
Let's get it.
And one of the best rappers to ever do it.
No, for
Out of Atlanta.
This motherfucker. Bankroll.
Bankroll.
CEO.
In the world, Craig.
Oh shit. We all get money, street money, shit worldwide. Go. I cannot help that I'm trading designer. I cannot help that I'm rocking these diamonds. I cannot help that my bitch don't got fire.
Yeah.
Cannot help no nigga who don't want no money. I cannot help that I'm realer than niggas. I cannot help that I'm triller than niggas. I'm from the 3 of the trilogy, nigga. I'm busting bricks down and rebuilding them, nigga. I cannot help that I'm fresh in here, figure. I cannot help no old selfish ass nigga. Nigga, we ballin', you self-passing, nigga. Nigga, you stallin', we jet lashing, nigga. I cannot help that you niggas the hell. You got all these shooters, but won't shoot yourself. I'll beat your ass, you little pussy, you know it. I cannot help my designer for
You know
time.
it.
I hit the club waitress, line up the ones. I cannot help they ain't checking for niggas. I give respect when respect giving, nigga. A check on your head, we can check any nigga. Check out the watch, check out the knots. Check out these motherfucking niggas ain't got. From the condo, I can look at the spot. From the spot the condo up top. Ballin' hard, run dope with the block. Gun show, drum roll on the chop. Gold bells of VVS on the top. I cannot help, I'm flexing these knots. I cannot help your bitches a thought. That bitch like every picture I got. Real trapper nigga know what I'm about. Don't believe me, be the one to find out. I cannot help, ain't the rest of these niggas. I cannot help, they ain't fresh as me, nigga. I cannot help, I'm out dressing these niggas. Get out of line and we checking these niggas. Don't you hate, I got the recipe, nigga. I can tell they hating special these niggas. I can help, I get them in and they going. I can help, I count my rest when they born. I cannot help, ain't the rest of these niggas. I cannot help, they ain't fresh as me, nigga. I cannot help, I'm out dressing these niggas. Get out of line and we checking these niggas. Don't you hate, I got the recipe, nigga. I can tell they hating special these niggas. I can help, I get them in and they going. I can help, I count my rest when they born. I can help, I'm
Alright. Man, I missed that guy right there, man.
For sure, man.
So RP
I
Bank.
missed that guy, man. R.I.P. Bankroll, man. A.K.A. Yeah, man. The young guy, A.K.A. Young Fresh. Yeah, man, you got quite the track record. I went to looking you up. You got quite the track record. So, yeah, man, let's get this thing started, man. Once again, you know who I am, and you know who my partner is, DJ Decepticon, but y'all don't know just yet, or maybe you do know, but you trying to find out a little bit more information about the guy that they call Evil G is in the building today, man. Welcome to that podcast, man. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Evil G, producer extraordinaire.
Appreciate you having me, bro.
Another legend gracing us with his presence. You feel me?
Yeah,
Love
man. Legendary, man. So, you know, we all producers. We all, you know, do music here. So we should have a great music debate. A lot of things happening. But before we could get on what's happening in the streets, man, let's find out a little bit more about Evil G, man. So we know the name is Evil G, but tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do, my brother. Who you are, what you do, what you got going on.
I'm a producer, man. Music producer, hip hop, R&B from Florida. Moved out here to the A, and we just been grinding ever since, man.
Okay, from the FLA, man. This is a FLA to GA podcast, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yes, sir. Internal takeover, man. Don't hate on us because we got a lot of water around us, man.
So what city are you from in Florida?
Pensacola.
Pensacola. Shout out to our Pensacola folks.
Okay. It's all starting to click. It all starting to make sense. That's kind of how I seen you had a song with my other homie, the great GCB, man, Gulf Coast, man, baller. You from that Gulf Coast?
Yeah, shout out GCB, man. What's
Yeah,
up?
man. Good old Kendall, man. Yeah, man. I used to cut hair. Ran into him, sold him some CDs while he was cutting hair, and he was like, "Hey, man, shit, how can I get my music on one of these CDs?" And then we put him down on one of the mixtapes, and then you know, he's still doing his thing too. You know what I'm saying, to this day, man. How you and GCB met?
I met GCB through one of my partners in Pensacola at the studio. Just at the studio. And then we just been locked up. I probably met GCB in like, what, 07? Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually just got a sync placement not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of Tyler Perry motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Tyler Perry and we got Hustlers.
Okay, so
That's it,
so you produced a song for him, one of his songs, and then they got the sync.
Right.
Okay, making that money. All right, so how'd you get a name like Evil G?
Man, long time ago, man. I was in the studio with some of my partners from the hood, and I had just started making the beats or whatever. I had a little beat machine, and they were like, "Man, that nigga's an evil genius." Yeah, so we just ran with it like that.
Why they called you evil, bro?
I don't know, man. I guess because I was just like I was a mad scientist.
Yeah. You kind of got like a little evil grin, don't say? You look like you about to, bomb some people or something, man, with them beats, man. Bomb them folks with them 808s then, man.
For sure.
So it kind of just stuck, man. You just became the Evil G.
Yeah, it just stuck, man.
Okay, and you said that you was in the studio with your crew making beats. When did you get your start as a producer? What made you decide? When was the first time that you knew that you was gonna be a producer? Like growing up,
man. I made a decision that I wanted to do it probably when I was in high school, and then 2008 got laid off from my job, and then I just ran with it from there. I just stayed full-time music producer.
So you were juggling back and forth or whatever when you had the job. What kind of job you had, bro?
I was a welder. So I was welding in the morning and doing studio at night.
That's a good ass. Know what I'm saying?
That's a good combo.
Hey, that don't sound that bad, man. Because a lot of times this studio thing can be, night and day. It could be on and off or whatever. But a good trade can basically keep the music thing going a lot longer than possible. But you said you got laid off.
Yeah, I got laid off. It was the little recession that was going on around that time. And yeah, because I had just opened the studio in Florida. I had just opened the studio, so I was working. Then I was leaving my job, going working in the studio at night. And I was handling it like that. Then one day they told me not to come back. So I just went full time with the studio and I ain't never stopped.
Would you say that was kind of a blessing in disguise?
Most definitely. Yeah, because I probably would have been still working at that job, man.
So man, that's pretty fucking cool, bro. That's kind of what happened with my ass with the studio. It's the same shit. I was working at UPS. They had the studio at the same time. Got in some bullshit at UPS. Couldn't work there no more. Goddamn, the studio's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what the hell I'm gonna do.
Fall
that's
back,
dope.
man.
That's dope. It's
so
a Florida nigga thing. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say that when you decided to take music on full time, more blessings came?
Most definitely, yeah. Like the more risks you take, the bigger the reward gonna be, for sure.
That's real.
And so when did you move to Atlanta?
I moved to Atlanta in 2012. Yeah,
Okay, so you've been here for a good little minute.
Yeah, I've been here for a minute. Me and some of my partners, we all moved down here at the same time.
Because with these placements that you got some placements with some, we're going to get into it, but you got some placements with some monumental, legendary Atlanta artists. So you would think that you was a straight up Atlanta producer.
Born, yeah.
But you flew here like a lot of us did, know what I'm saying, and made the best of it.
For sure.
What was the decision like on moving to Atlanta? How did that happen?
Man, I've been wanting to move, but it was just, hard doing it by yourself or whatever. Then one day, I was at the barbershop, my partner Pee Wee, he was like, "Hey, we moving to Atlanta, you need to come."
Yep.
So I was like, all right, bet, I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I just came. I sold everything I had at my house and just came out here.
Damn, you just left the studio and all that?
Nah, I kept my studio equipment, but like all my, my couches and all the extra stuff, because we was off in the move together and there wasn't going to be room for all that. So I just sold all my shit and then.
Damn, man. See, that's what a lot of folks got to hear, that you got to, like you said, if you don't take no risk, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. And for you to just kind of leave your stuff, you know what I'm saying, and move to a new state, new city. Have you, like, before then, you lived anywhere outside of Pensacola before then?
Nah. Stayed in Pensacola my whole life.
You got any family in Atlanta?
I got a cousin out here.
Okay, but not really a lot of backbone like out here.
Nah, not like that. No.
So yeah, that was a hell of a risk, man. And if you ask me, it paid off, brother. I'm saying you definitely wouldn't probably met the artists as fast as you did, that you have worked with here in Atlanta. That if you would still been in Pensacola making them beats all that time.
Most definitely.
I call that the Florida glass ceiling. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like that. When you in Florida, bro, that's just really what it feel like. It feel like you in a cage. Like you reach the top of the shit so quick if you work hard. And then goddamn, it's like you can't go too much past that without moving.
Right.
In the music industry, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just access is different.
Most
Definitely.
These niggas come out of town and act bougie as hell. But goddamn, they in Atlanta, they just at McDonald's. You be like, oh, what's up, nigga? Or Waffle House, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll meet them fast. How long did it take you moving to Atlanta before you met like somebody, like basically a rapper that you got a placement with?
I ain't gonna lie. It took me a little second because I'm kind of quiet, man. I had to adjust. It's way different in Atlanta from Florida. You know what I'm saying? So I had to kind of adjust and get myself settled, and then finally. It's really Bankroll. He was like one of the first ones.
So you took about 5 years, 10, you know what I'm saying? Well, Bankroll, that was about 2014.
Yeah, it's about 4 years, 5 years. Yeah. That's just my story. Some people, they come out here and get the popping in the first 6 months. Some people take 10 years.
Some folks take 10, yeah.
Yeah, some take 10, some take longer than that sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get into the naming some of the artists that you have produced for, you mentioned Bankroll as being one of the first artists that you hooked up with when you got to Atlanta, and then we already talked about the great GCB back home in Pensacola. But can you tell me who was? Well, I guess Bankroll. Like, how did y'all meet then? Like, how did you? Was it in the studio?
So I met Bank because one of my best friends, he shoot videos, and he started shooting for Street Exec. So I had been seeing Bank like around the studio and around Street Exec because I'll always go with him. You know what I'm saying? Just to show my face. You know what I'm saying? And then he started shooting the videos, so I started just coming and just helping out. Acting like I'm holding the light. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, they started remembering my name and face.
And they say acting like he was holding the light.
Yeah, I was acting like I was holding the light or acting like I was helping out with the video. I don't know nothing about shooting videos, but I was just out there capping.
That's smart, man, boy.
Yeah, I ain't had no outlet, so I had to figure out a way to get around some people.
Yeah, but you were a producer already, so it's like once you got around the right people, it was only up from there.
Right, so eventually.
And a dope producer too. It just worked.
Eventually, like I told Bank I made beats, he kind of brushed it off at first, but then eventually one day he was like, play some of them beats, G. And I played some, and we were locked in after that.
Just like that?
Just like that, man.
For sure. What were you making beats on?
Back then I was making beats on Studio One.
So you done been through a couple of different DAWs. Can you name the different DAWs that you worked on?
I started...
Or the different hardware that you worked with?
Okay, we could go back. Because I've been making beats a long time, bro. So I started with a DR202. That was my first beat machine ever.
When was that?
Say what?
When was that?
This was like 2000.
So wait, how long have you been actually producing?
He ain't been making beats since he was 1 year old.
I've been making beats since I was in high school.
Okay. Damn. Okay. I be mad, bro. Look, it be hurting my heart sometimes because like people started DJing and shit and engineering way earlier, like when they was in high school and shit. I'd be like, man, if I was able to do that shit, man, I'd be fine right now. Yeah, bro, that's hard.
Yeah.
Who encouraged you to produce? Did you just see it and just like, oh man, I just want to be a producer, or was it like somebody who kind of pushed you, like, man, you know what, you should try producing?
It was more like all my friends used to rap. I couldn't rap, so I had to do something else.
You ain't at least try?
Yeah, I tried. It was trash. It was terrible.
See, I think producers, they just be real with themselves early. Like, because everybody, you know, a lot of folks try the rapping thing, and producers just be like, nah, that ain't it. But you know what? I can make some beats, you know what I'm saying? Because I know the sounds. I know, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know I should be able to write a good song, but that shit just didn't come out right. So let me just stick to the beats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And give it to my friends who rap. That's sweet. So the DR.
Yeah, it was the DR 202.
202.
Then I started using the Yamaha RM1X.
Okay. It was on that hardware.
Yeah, then after that, I started using Reason.
Okay.
Shout out to Reasons.
Yeah, I got my first placement on Reason.
That's
I do got one placement like before I even moved to Atlanta though.
Okay, which one was that?
It was Ludacris featuring Monica. It's on the Battle of the Sexes album. But
That's hard. That's
that's
a big ass placement.
I was signed to the producer named KO. So I was signed to him, you know what I'm saying, when I got that placement. So
yeah,
shout
KO
out to
from
KO.
Alabama or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's from Montgomery, I think.
Yeah, and he used to be back and forth. He used to come to Tallahassee a lot too, but he used to be in Pensacola. Well, he said that he was from Alabama, so on the way there, kind of that's how that happened.
He was already in the A when I met him, but I met him through one of my producer partners from Florida, and they was cousins. So it's just crazy how the world works, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of destiny, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of the people that you in high school, bro, and all this stuff, kind of you getting exposed to a lot like early. But KO rap too. That's what it was. He had I don't know. I met him, you know what I'm saying, whatever, when he had his push going. But yeah, man. So he shopped your beats to Ludacris, and you was in Pensacola. So that's your first placement.
That's my first placement. I was like 20, 22, 23. Something like that.
And are you signed right now?
No, not no more. We had like a little 3-year situation.
Okay, was that the only placement that you got up under that situation?
Yeah, for sure. Then
but then we was talking about the Dolls. So that was all, and that beat was made from Reason.
Yeah, that was made on Reason. Then I got off Reason and went to Studio One. Then I got off Studio One and went to FL Studio.
And you kind of just been settled in FL Studio.
Yeah, I just been chilling on FL since. Yeah.
So you only got one placement on Reason beats?
Yep, one.
What made you switch to Studio One?
Reason ain't have the sounds like back then. It didn't have the sounds I wanted. So I was still on Reason when I first moved. When I first moved here, and other people's beats was like harder than mine. I ain't like that. So I moved up.
Feel that. It's like, man, nah, this ain't right.
So I went to Studio One because I met another producer named Mike Maven, and he put me on Studio One. And then I was on Studio One for a few years. And then eventually, when I moved up to FL, the main reason for moving to FL was because it's easier to collab with other producers because pretty much
everybody uses
everybody uses FL and the workflow. I like the workflow.
Yeah, that is a good point that you have to kind of factor in, that it's just the common ground. You find common ground with FL Studio when it comes to producers across the board. You know, they either gonna know how to use it, or you know, you can kind of send them the beat and they can kind of cook up.
Right.
So what would you consider as far as the type of producer you are? What type of producer are you?
I mean, I could do anything for real. I
Would
don't
you
just
consider
limit myself
yourself
to one or two genres.
Yeah, so you would consider yourself an international producer, maybe?
I guess you could say that, but
okay.
I deal with rap, hip hop, R&B. I also do film. You know what I'm saying?
You done any reggaeton beats?
I have done like a couple of them.
Oh, okay.
And I did like gospel stuff too. So
Hard.
yeah.
So you got a broad palette there.
International, if you will.
I don't know if we can call it international. We still in the States, man. We gonna get to that a little later, man. We in the States, man. Let's keep it here. Let's keep it hip hop. Let's keep it in the States. Especially since we talking Bankroll Fresh and stuff like that, man. What was the song, the first song with Bankroll that I guess you could say that was the placement?
The song called Dead Presidents. It was on that Bankroll Fresh mixtape.
The Hot Boys?
Nah, the next one he did, I think it was self-titled. I think it was
Okay.
self-titled Bankroll Fresh.
Okay.
And it was called Dead Presidents.
All right, but you had already, you made, how many songs did it take to get that?
That was the second song we did.
Bet.
The first song we did, I want to say was Truth Be Told.
Oh,
So it still got,
That's still dope.
got the first one got kind of used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you know what you was doing. What okay, so now that we talking about who all you produce for, let's go ahead and flex on them a little bit, man. Let's go ahead and list off that list, man. Who all have you produced for, man? You know, we got Bankroll Fresh, GCB, Ludacris.
Ludacris featuring Monica, YFN Lucci, Derez Deshawn,
Johnny Cinco.
My head always go blank when people ask me this question. Gucci.
That's a rough one, man.
Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Man. You gotta put some goddamn.
Some Mane on it.
Yeah, man.
Put some
Gucci
Mane on
Mane,
it.
man.
I'm
You got a
try-
placement with Gucci Mane.
I'm trying to think.
I know my favorite, one of my favorite artists, artist group, Spotlight.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? They got an album coming out. Oh, it's out now.
Yeah, it just dropped.
Album just dropped just now, actually, as we speak.
Spot material. Go download that.
Go down with that ASAP.
Spody.
Spodie, that's my dog too.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very talented young brother.
I'm trying to think. I did records with plenty people. Those like the notable ones. Tokyo Jets.
And Tokyo Jets.
We got a big song together
That no problems.
for sure.
Do one, Black Youngin. Did you do one with Youngin?
Who?
Did you do one with Black Youngin?
Oh, Black Youngster. Yeah,
Black
Black
Youngster.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Black Youngin. Oh my gosh.
yeah, Black
I just
Youngster.
called that man Black Youngin.
Yeah, you getting old, man.
I'm getting old, man.
Yeah, man. Mixing them up, man.
Mixing them up.
Okay. So it's quite a few.
Jacquees.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Jacquees, that R&B, man.
Yeah,
Anybody else in the R&B bag? Who's the gospel record that you produced?
That was just like some independent people. I can't even remember their name right off the bat. Thugger, his name Lil Thugger.
Lil Thugger.
Yeah.
Thugger for Christ. Okay.
No, I don't think he was saying the gospel.
That's not the gospel artist name?
Yeah, that's his. He go by another. He got.
Yo,
See,
that's
look,
what I thought I
y'all
heard.
put me on the spot now.
Yeah.
I ain't want to say that he was doing gospel and was named Thug.
Thugger. Young Thugger.
He go by a new name right now. I wish I can't think of it right now.
Well, it's a lot of
Knight, that's his name. Knight. Shout out Knight.
Shout out tonight. For sure.
All right.
basically is versatile. You know what I'm saying? You got a versatile palette. I ain't know you was that versatile, bro. I seen the Tokyo Jets one, and I seen Bankroll Fresh, and then I kept going down the list. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Jacquees, Lucci, Gucci Mane. You know what I'm saying? And then the first one being with Ludacris.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You
Yeah, that was crazy.
that's been a blessed journey thus far.
Most
That's a big
definitely.
catalog.
Most definitely.
Okay, so let's talk about some of these artists that you produce for. Notably, let's talk about this Tokyo Jets record, No Problems. How did you hook up with Tokyo?
I hooked up with her. It was me and my partners was in the studio one day. It was me, Stupid Beats, and Dane Cuzzo. That's like my production team. We call it Drum Station. You know what I'm saying? So we was in the studio one day, and somebody called my partner, and they was like, "Hey, y'all got anything for Tokyo?" So we just whipped up a few, and then grabbed a few that we already had made, and then one of the ones that we made right then, she ended up getting on. And then I just looked on the internet one day, and man, that song was going crazy. Like, crazy. Like, they was singing it word for word. I didn't even realize, like, how big that song was until I started seeing people from Pensacola singing it. Like, oh, this shit done came down here too. Oh, this shit big.
Yeah. It's one of her biggest records, especially when she's performing it. It's like, a crowd favorite when she's performing it. And that was after she was with Grand Hustle or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all got any other records?
Nah, that's the only one we was able to do so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes how that go, man, when you do a record with somebody and like you said, you damn that got so many, you damn that forget about it, and then you go somewhere and boom, you know what I'm saying, you get reminded. So tell me how it was when you got reminded how big that song was. Did somebody have to tell you like, hey?
Nah, I just seen it on the internet.
You had to look at that check?
Yeah, I had just seen how the crowd was responding to the song. That let me know like, oh, this song finna go crazy. Like, cause she was at a show and she didn't even have to rap the song. They rapped the song for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know it's a hit then for sure. It's an anthem at that point.
Definitely. Okay, so let's talk about YFN Lucci.
Yeah, shout out YFN, free that boy.
Free that man. He about to come home. Ain't he home?
Yeah, he on the way.
A couple of months that way.
He come home.
Yes, sir.
So that was like kind of a mutual producer type of thing.
I met YFN Lucci. I was at a studio that was like across the street from his studio, and we met his manager. We just played some beats for him on the phone, and his manager was like, "All right, shit, y'all come tomorrow like around 8." So we just pulled up because they had been seeing us out there like at the other spot at the other studio. So they told us to pull up at 8. I went in there, had to wait a couple hours, but I eventually played some beats for Lucci that night. He ain't do no music that night, but I was able to lock in with his DJ Lavish Lee. And then when me and DJ Lavish Lee locked in, I was able to like send shit to Lucci all the time, and that's how I ended up linking with him. Shout out to Lucci, cool ass nigga.
Shout out to Lavish Lee.
For sure.
Because that's important thing I don't want to overlook, the fact that one door was not opening as fast, but you found another outlet by networking with somebody close to the team. A lot of folks, forget about the options and the different alternative ways you can go and handle some business.
I'm gonna definitely open it all the way up for me.
Yeah, because you could have been like, oh, he ain't feeling my beats, whatever, and moved on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they probably could have never hit me again, You know how I go sometimes.
So, quick question. So out of all of your placements that you've had, what would you say is your favorite song that's come out of it?
Can I have multiple?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Couple.
But you can rank them 1 through 3.
Or not.
Yeah, you can rank them 1 through 3.
I mean, they all kind of like.
No.
I'm gonna make that man choose between his kids, man.
I'm gonna hold him to the fire on this one, bro. I gotta hold you to the fire on this one. Favorite song? You can name 3 or 4. You can name as many as you want, honestly, but just definitely give me your top 2 or 3.
I'll probably go with Bankroll Fresh Dead President. That was like the one that set it off.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah, that I'll go with that one.
Okay, all right, bet. Okay, I can
Dead Presidents, Bankroll Fresh. Because it opened up, what kind of doors did that song open up for you?
I mean, it just went from telling people I make beats and they just be like, oh, okay. And then telling people I make beats and they be like, oh, okay, shit, when we work, you know what I'm saying? It changed the whole way people perceive you. I don't know, man.
Okay.
So it was like that song was a big ass gold chain for you.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Feel like, oh, you a producer.
Now, closely related to that question, what was your favorite artist to engineer? Recording engineer. We're gonna say as the recording side of what you do, just as a recording, not mixing, just as a recording engineer. Who was your favorite artist? And you can name top 3. You ain't got to put them in order, but top 3 favorite artists to work with engineering wise.
I mean, Bankroll Fresh, number 1. Spody. Who else? I don't want to forget nothing. Derez Deshawn, it was fun. His session was pretty fun too.
Okay. That's what I was looking for. As an engineer myself, bro, some of these artists, boy, I love their music, but boy, recording them is hell.
Yeah, I used to
Hell,
like,
boy.
I like Bank because that man, like, first of all, that man used to pop up at my crib to record, right? But I ain't never mind because I knew he was gonna do a song in like 25 minutes.
Right.
That man would go in the booth. When he do his verse, he do 4 bars straight before he stop. You know what I'm saying? He might do the whole verse one take. Like, that's how he was coming with it. So, it was like, it was so easy, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a hit that people gonna like. So, it was like, it was easy. It was perfect, you know what I mean?
He definitely had a confidence. What I remember also about Bankroll is how influential his style was. At first, it was kind of unorthodox. At one point in time, it was kind of like, it was kind of just his own. I don't know how to explain it, but his rhythm was just different.
Right.
And I remember what rapper that was. It's a few rappers. Matter of fact, a lot of rappers these days don't be giving credit to Bankroll style because they pretty much handcuff this style or whatever and use it as their own. And that happens with a lot of different rappers. But Bankroll definitely pioneered a new sound in Atlanta. Who was the rapper though that it was a rapper that kind of sounded like him. And Bankroll was kind of coming up under the umbrella, so to speak. And I can't even remember that rapper's name anymore, but Bankroll's still pumping. You know what I'm saying? I think it kind of happened after they went to South by Southwest. And then Bankroll had the song with Rich Homie Quan, Show Him How to Do It. And his trajectory started to go, over everyone else. But for a while, he was kind of like that underground rapper that a lot of the rappers in Atlanta kind of get a little bit from. They get a little bit of their style from. And because he's so underground, a lot of folks didn't know, where it was coming from.
Right.
But he definitely was very confident, when whatever he was going to say, he was going to say that shit and just kind of move on. And those are always good artists to work with, man. People that's confident in their sound.
That's the first person I ever heard say the word no cap.
No cap.
The first person I ever heard say it.
Telling you. And he used to be like, yep. I mean, I've heard people like, back in my days, there was like a cap was known like as fake or scamming, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But the way Bankroll and them used to use it, it was a couple of different ways. It used to be like, he used to say ball cap.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, okay, ball. Okay, ball cap. And then it kind of went from, because he would kind of say it in a good way, so to speak. So kind of.
Man, you say it all kind of different ways.
But yeah, because you ball capping, you know what I'm saying? You ball capping, you flexing, you know what I'm saying? But right now, capping is just straight up
lying.
Deceit. You know what I'm saying? Scamming. Don't be coming around here with the cap. But hey, man, all caps matter, man. And shout out to the original ball cap, man, Bankroll Fresh, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the best to ever do it, as y'all said earlier, man.
Man, so, the reason I had asked that question too is, I don't know if y'all knew that he was an engineer on top of being a producer and a bunch of other things.
Didn't know it.
But he's a dope engineer. That's how I got to know who Evil G was. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I kept running into artists and I'm recording these artists and then I'm like, or doing mixes. Actually, it was mixes first. I'm getting mixes and I'm like, man, this sounds good though. Like whatever studio you going to, it just sound good, bro. It sounds solid. And they was like, yeah, man, Evil G record me. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I hear it again, then I hear it again, then I hear it again. Mm-hmm. Then I'm hearing it on the beats. I'm like, oh, wait, Evil G make beats? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, shit. Then with Spotlight for sure, like, that's all I heard. Like, hey, where you at, bro? I'm over at Evil G spot. I'm at Evil G spot. I'm like, okay. One day I'm going to end up meeting Evil G. Just don't know when. And then with my artist, Rose Naughty, you know what I'm saying? She loved Evil G. That's her favorite producer, period. Don't matter. That's her favorite producer. So, like, she's been talking about him nonstop since I met her. You feel me? So it was only right that one day we was gonna end up linking up and working for sure.
For sure. Shout out Naughty.
Yeah, man. Shout out Naughty, man.
Yeah, man. That's crazy though, man. Because God is everything, man, because you got a divine path, bro. Like, we sitting here having a conversation. The way we met is through similar, like, acquaintances.
Right.
That kind of, but our path kind of was already kind of parallel, and it kind of intersected at some point. And again, I've seen the people that you've worked with, you know what I'm saying, Bankroll, GCB, Spody, and I'm like, damn, I ain't really know, but you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm from Duval, and Tokyo Jets is one of your biggest records. But it's like, this music thing is a small world, small community, man, that, you know, before you know it, if you really working out here, you're going to run into a certain set of people, or you're going to run past the name Dame Doja, DJ Decepticon, Evil G, without even really knowing who they are. And then finally one day, if you work in the right, you know, crowds in the right direction, boom, you know what I'm saying, y'all going to end up working together some type of way.
Yeah, that's exactly how it be happening, bro.
Yeah, man.
And especially like every name that you kind of called out, and then the way that you end up kind of getting up with those folks, it was like, damn, you was really meant to do this shit, bro.
For sure.
Start at the bottom.
Like,
most definitely, man.
okay, so any artists that you haven't worked with yet that you feel like need an Evil G beat?
You, whoever you are watching this, you need an Evil G beat. You feel me? You. Yeah, if you wondering, it's you. It's you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. There's a lot of them out that I want to work with.
You know, 3, 2, 1. Give us a bucket list or whatever, man. Manifest that, man. Who needs an Evil G beat, man?
I'm about to tag him in this shit too.
I mean, I would like to work with like Rod Wave.
Okay.
I would like to work with Kodak. I almost worked with Kodak, man, but I missed my opportunity. Who else?
It's gonna happen.
Future.
It's gonna happen.
Drake, even though they ain't cool no more, but yeah.
What you mean? It's not. What do you mean it's not cool anymore?
I say they ain't cool no more.
Oh, okay.
I ain't say that. I ain't say it's not cool.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
definitely
okay,
cool to work with Drake.
Oh, it's cool to work with Drake. That's right.
Hell
Okay.
no, I ain't
That's
say
right.
that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Aubrey Graham.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hell
If
no, I
you
ain't
trying to
say that.
sell some records,
There you go.
Most
See,
definitely.
there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah, we gonna get into the Aubrey situation, whatever. But it is a sensitive situation between Future and Drake. But as artists on their own right, a record with Future would be monumental. A record with Drake would be monumental.
No, most definitely.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna cap now. If we doing the future Drake discussion, my answer's a little different.
I'm not
Yeah.
comparing the two.
Nah,
I'm
I was
saying-
talking about the other, you know what I'm saying, one of my favorite artists also, but
who?
Ross is definitely one of my favorite artists. But that whole debate between him and Drake and their impact on the culture, I kind of got to give the nudge to Drake still a little bit. I hate to do it.
We'll come back to that. We gonna come back to that, man. You hold
Yeah,
that
just
thought.
look,
You hold that
little
thought because
nudge.
I don't feel like fighting just yet. I want to learn more about Evil G. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn more about Evil G. So we know who you produce for. We know who is on the bucket list. You know what I'm saying? Who coming up next to get some of them beats. And then we know who's your favorite ones to engineer. Can you tell me an artist that you kind of regret giving one of your beats to, or regret kind of spending time with in the studio recording them?
I mean, I could.
Without saying their name. If you don't want to say their name, I understand, but kind of give us a moment that made you regret making a beat for somebody.
Yeah, I'll omit their name, but yeah, it was an artist that I worked with. He was in the studio with another artist that I was working with. And so I was sending the artist that I know some beats, and he ended up grabbing one. You know what I'm saying?
But snatch your shit out the pack like, ooh, this is mine.
But it's cool. Both of them, you know, both of them was big artists, so you know, I was excited. You know what I'm saying? I was happy about it.
But then somehow that happiness probably made a turn.
So look, I see the snippet on Instagram of the song they did. So I'm like, okay, well, let me reach out to somebody. But I can't really get a hold of nobody in their camp because I ain't really know they side of they camp like that. So I look up, they had shot a whole video to the song.
Oh,
Damn.
Lord.
Yeah, so we finally was able to get their information and reach out to them, and then they was like, what y'all want for the beat, and they ain't want to pay no money for the beat, and they came up with all these excuses. And now there's somebody that's famous that's claim they rich, you know what I'm saying? So then they said,
are they famous that claiming they rich, or are they claiming to be famous and rich?
yeah, they claim to be famous and rich. I mean, I think they was. I
They
believe.
look like money,
I
but
believe
that's
they
okay
no.
now.
I believe they was rich. I just believe they
Okay.
were just being,
Cheap.
Yeah, you know how niggas
So,
be. You know
but
what
was
I'm
they at
saying?
least trying to give you the points they were supposed to give you?
Let me finish the story, right?
Oh shit!
So eventually, like, we couldn't come to an agreement. So me and my partner was like, man, either we could just walk away from it, or we could just let him get it, and we could just get our back in. You know what I'm saying? And be cool with that. I was like, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. I ain't never heard from that man again.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so
The song end up doing anything?
I mean, not nothing like that. I mean, yeah, I mean, it got millions of views.
It got millions of
And
views.
I mean, I'm
Go
getting
get that shit.
I'm getting my publishing for it, but
Oh, okay. You at least getting your pub for it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, that's a good thing.
Oh man.
You know
That-
you can
that be-
still. You know you still can sue. You can sue if you
Yeah,
want to
man.
sue. And look, that's becoming very popular now with producers, and it's not doing any dirt light on y'all.
Back
It used to be like a ooh thing. Now it's kind of like, yeah, you got to get his bread.
yeah.
Like artists are saying that shit now, and you can't like that's a thing. Artists be like, nah, I'm just gonna snatch it off YouTube. If it blow up and they sue me, that's good. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see that logic. I don't understand.
Well,
that.
it's because they saying by the time it's big enough to get noticed,
They gonna
that-
take more money.
yeah, they'll end up having enough money to where whatever that you're trying to get for the beat, they could pay for it. That's their logic for
I
it.
mean, that can backfire, but I mean, I get what they saying, but yeah, it's all different ways that could work out.
In all different ways that can't work out.
That's
Right.
true too.
And-
Hit you with that Old Town
unless-
Road lawsuit.
Unless you hit them with that CD, cease and desist.
Yeah, that
You
too.
thought about that? You ever had to hit somebody with a cease and desist?
No, I ain't never had to hit nobody with one, but I see it
That
happen all
might
the
be
time.
your first. That might be your first right there, buddy.
I mean, yeah. But see, I be getting the publishing for us, so we just let it ride, man.
If it got
It was
millions
one of our
views,
first. It was one of our first songs. Like that, one of our first little times we got like songs with somebody famous. So we just took the roll with the punches, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you got to roll with the punches, but sometimes it be kind of it's kind of insulting how, because you're new in the game, they want to take advantage of your excitement to be able to work with somebody who claims to be famous and rich.
Most definitely.
So you're excited because you believe that they have the money to pay you what you want for your work.
yeah.
And then that excitement kind of goes down a little bit once you realize who you dealing with, Right.
Right.
And you be like, oh man, that's just such and
No,
such.
they say
man.
never meet your idols. That I get that. That shit rough.
Yeah, man.
You meet people in person and they just not who you thought they were, bro, at all. They're not what they said in their music.
Well, Buddy intercepted the beat anyway. Buddy, came in like Dion and was like, wow,
Yeah.
I'll take this.
Yeah, that's how it went, man.
Oh man.
So how do you feel about YouTube beats? Do you have beats on YouTube?
I personally don't have beats on YouTube, but I mean, I ain't mad at it,
I think it's better now, maybe. What do you think? Because of the Content ID system, you think it's a little bit better now? You ain't got to chase niggas down, really. You can just
Yeah.
kind of hit them with a content strike.
Hit them with a content strike.
They got to hit you up now.
I mean, it's cool as long as they, don't steal the beats. That's really where the problem comes. Like, it don't really cost much money to lease them beats on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. But I mean, YouTube.
He trying not
I
to
love to
piss
talk
off the
about. I
producer
love to talk
community
about
at
the
same
YouTube beats.
time.
I love to talk about YouTube beats with producers that get placements
Yeah.
and that work with legendary people.
Yeah.
They seem to be like, I don't really care about YouTube, but I don't want to shit on nobody that's
care
using
about
YouTube
YouTube, yeah.
because it is a move. But
I'll just put it like this. I was around before YouTube Beats was a thing, and after YouTube Beats was a thing, and it did definitely change like how you had to kind of do shit like as a producer. But I mean, I ain't lost no money from it, so I don't care, man.
I always wondered about that. Cause see, I didn't understand. I was just like, hey, if y'all not doing, how are these? Because every artist coming to the studio is using a YouTube beat. It's very few artists that had a beat from like a producer pack that they knew who the producer was, and that's like 13 years of recording. I'm sure in your position, since you are a producer, most people coming to you to record and get your beats.
Right.
So I can understand how that could be different. But as me just engineering and DJing, it's nobody but straight YouTube beats. Like damn near my whole career, motherfuckers be coming in with YouTube beats. You know what I mean? It's very rare that I saw an artist that had his own couple of producers that really rock with him from ground zero. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you a beat and we gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about that? Let me ask that question.
What?
How do you feel about
Come on, bro.
doing collabs with artists versus selling beats only? Because I had a producer tell me the other day that, you know, he don't do collabs at all. Like it's like even if he does like want to work with an artist, that artist still has to pay him for a beat no matter what type situation.
I feel like this. Like as a producer, every producer should collab with, you know, pick certain artists to collab with. You can't collab with everybody, you know what I'm saying? You still got bills to pay. But yeah, you should definitely have a set of artists that you don't mind working with, you know what I'm saying? And see where it go, you know. You shouldn't just sell everything, you know what I mean?
Okay. All right, cool. I want that. You hear that? You hear that, producers? You hear that? All right, cool.
Plus, you know, if you break an artist, you know, well, if you help, you know, an artist blow up,
Yeah.
that's just gonna be better for you, like in the long run, because of the relationship that you know what I'm saying, you done built.
And the respect.
And the respect, you know what I'm saying?
That's true too.
And the accomplishment, you know what I mean? So
Definitely, because I feel like, in reference to Tokyo Jets, right? I think that you are kind of responsible, a part of that breaking Tokyo Jets, as far as giving her a hit single. And that's just from my perspective. She might have had songs that was doing pretty good before that, but that's kind of her signature song that you produced, that she did shows with. So, you know, that's kind of how she got a breakthrough.
yeah, you can say that. You got it.
And it was kind of just, you know, something that, a relationship that kind of happened, you know, neither one of y'all was kind of looking for,
Right.
you know,
right. Yeah.
it kind of just a marriage that kind of fately came together.
Right.
But what I do want to ask you is, do you make tight beats? Like, so if I can't even be like, man,
what's called a tight beat?
I mean, if an artist requests,
can I get a bankroll type beat?
look, I don't like doing it, but I will. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, but if I make a tight beat, I'm not gonna make it exactly like
That producer.
how that producer would make. Yeah, I would make it how I hear that artist on one of my beats. You know what I'm saying?
So that's how you deal with that phrase, hey, bruh, can you, I'm trying to get a beat like, you know what I'm saying, this type of artist. You know, that's kind of your way of, you know, getting past that question.
Yeah, I just make it, you know, how I would hear that artist on one of my beats. I don't like stealing from other producers and trying to mimic other producers. I think that's a problem in music right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I was finna say, I'm glad that you are willing to at least speak on that. That is kind of a problem, that that folks are just kind of just doing what they see, doing what they hear from somebody else, and there's very little creativity. When you had producers like the Dungeon Family, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace Rico Wade, there was no tight beats for Dungeon Family type beats. They were kind of specifically differently made for this group of people.
right.
Mustard makes a beat that's got his signature on it and is made kind of for the type of artist that he worked with.
Right.
And then it turns into a YG type beat, or you know, but initially that is Mustard doing his own thing and creating his own wave, and that's kind of what the problem with in hip hop right now is. A lot of folks is riding other waves, or artists are asking
That's what it is.
producers to ride somebody else's wave instead of being creatively confident to create a new wave with that producer they working with.
So it really should be the producer's name type beat. That's really what it should be instead of these artist type beats.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
should be a Weezy type beat, whoever Pharrell type beat, a Timbaland type beat. That's really what it should be. You know
Mustard
what I mean?
type beat. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it
They
should
don't
be
really say
instead of these
that. though.
artists.
Now they put the artist name on it. I mean, whatever. It's cool.
That's because the artists, the independent artists, are trying to be the major artists. So I get that too. That's the reason for them doing it.
Yeah, so like before YouTube really popped off, you know, the whole music creation process was different. Like they'll come in and tell you the idea they got, you know, they'll sing you the hook or whatever, y'all will come up with a sound, but now it's just like, hey, you got any so-and-so type beats? You know what I'm saying? So it just be like, all right, well.
Can't get around it, bro. They gonna ask you. And then if you don't, it'd be like, well, I'm gonna just pull this up off of YouTube and then
Yeah.
and then
That shit sound
I'll have
right
you remake the beat for me.
Yeah.
I want to have like an artist Jeopardy to see like what they know about their job. Because it just seems like to me a lot of independent. I don't care. I'm just gonna say it. A lot of the independent artists don't know their job.
They just don't invest into the knowledge of the craft, man.
That's knowing your job. If you're gonna be a welder, you got to know how to weld, right?
Yeah.
You got to know the standards of welding too. Like you got to know what type of weld to use for the type of material you dealing with, right?
Right, yeah. Shock yourself.
You'll shock yourself. You could kill yourself. You could destroy the material. You have to know what you're doing and what you're handling and how to handle it to be successful at it and to do it in the right way. So for me, any artist who like you ain't got that many jobs. The videographer gonna do video. Right. The editors are gonna edit. The promoters are technically gonna promote, but you are a promoter as an artist. You're the writer, you're the performer. That's one job. But the other job you have is knowing what it takes to make money in music. If not, why are you an artist?
Yeah.
Producers, it's the same thing with producers. See, you already know everything about that. You know about sync placements, etc. But a lot of producers have never even thought of doing a sync placement.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And
You know what I'm saying?
And you can tell from the way you speak on your journey, because when I asked you the different genres, you know, you didn't really just put yourself in one lane, hip hop, R&B. You said, I make music for films.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like even thinking like that. Some folks didn't even, it's like somebody out there, light bulb just went off in their head like, wait a minute, movies?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This beat could have just been for a scene in the movie. You know what I'm saying? When that girl pushed Buddy off that boat. You know what I'm saying? Tight beat.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, man, definitely artists and producers, you should be doing your homework. You should be doing more research on your craft. As Decepticon said, you should know your job, the ins and outs of how to do and how to perform your job the best. Or else, why you doing it? What you doing it for, man?
What's the purpose? What's your purpose in life?
I
And
got
how you achieve your goals.
okay. I got some more tough questions. And then we got I got a couple of lists that I want you to answer before we get up out of here.
All right.
So we was talking about your beats. We talked about like the tight beats. We talked about who, you know, how to get your beats. You know, how you get your beats out there. How much is your beats, bro?
Ah, man, yeah, you're gonna have to talk to my manager about that one, man.
What's okay? So what's the starting point for your beats? What's okay? Let's ask an easier question. What is the most you've ever sold a beat for? That's a question you can answer without manager getting mad.
The most I ever sold a beat for, I mean,
Sold a beat for, that's the first one, and then earned from the back end.
Or,
of
you
the
know,
beat, the
estimate.
second one.
I mean, the most I ever sold a beat for, I mean, it was like 6,000. It wasn't that much, but you know.
Okay. That's still a lot of money, bro. For one beat, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then what do you think you've from back end money from one beat, what do you think that would have been around? The most you made off of a beat?
See, that's hard to tell because like when you get your
Statement.
yeah, it's like all the songs. It'd be like 1,000 lines
smalls,
because it'd be like Spotify, United States, Spotify, Japan, Spotify. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole bunch of platforms and they just tally it all up. So I don't know. That's kind of a hard one to answer.
Okay. So let's just say this. What was the most expensive item that you bought from the money you made from your beats? Or not the most expensive. Can you name an expensive thing that you bought when you got like a beat check or when you sold a beat?
Music equipment.
Okay.
Straight up music equipment.
Okay. What's your favorite piece of music equipment and most expensive piece of music equipment that you bought?
Most expensive one was Avalon 737 Avalon.
Okay, that boy investing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, you an engineer.
And that
Definitely.
and my MacBook. That was I paid some bread for my MacBook. I mean everything in the studio costs thousands of dollars, man. So it'd be like the mic. I got a little Newman.
Okay.
I say a little Newman. A little Newman.
Little Newman. Not crazy.
Light work.
Newman,
Now,
light
see,
work.
now that's funny now. Okay, but I respect it. I asked you what was the item that you bought from the money you made from the beats, and then you went to the investment. You invest in yourself. You take that money and you put it right back in yourself and your equipment. Tell the folks why you do that.
Cause the more you put in, the more you gonna get out. But the main thing that made me just really just want to like be smart with it, because when I first moved to the A, I wasn't investing no money. I was just kind of just living day by day. You know what I'm saying? Then I seen one of my partner who shoot videos. Shout out Vic. He just spent a little money, put himself in a little spot, got around some people, and next thing you know, he was shooting for like famous people. And then his process didn't take that long. So when I seen him do that, I said, you know what? Let me invest in my shit. Let me get better equipment. Let me find a spot that, work out of. Let me do this, you know what I mean? And it paid off for sure.
Still paying off.
For sure.
So not only is this man blessed, you know what I'm saying, not only does he do the research and he take his craft very seriously, but he also smart enough to know that you ain't counting on, you ain't sitting around counting the money coming in. You more so concerned with getting stuff to make more money come in.
Yeah, you got to figure out how to turn something into something else, for sure.
Yeah, very important lessons, man, that y'all can pick up from the evil genius himself, Evil G. All right, so we couldn't get in the beat price about but come with a budget. There was this thing I seen on the internet today, and I wanted to kind of bring that up during the conversation today, and I want to clear this up. Sometimes when some folks may ask that question, how much you charge for your beats, right? And a lot of folks that's outside of the industry, and they don't even have to just be music, but just kind of any industry. Sometimes when you get asked the question, man, how much your beats a returning answer would be, what's your budget?
Right.
And that makes people weary for a number of reasons. For one, they ask you a question and then you answer the question with a question. So they kind of may get offended with that, right? But they don't understand why you asked, what's your budget? So can you give me an example of why you would ask if I said, hey, Evil G, how much you charge for your beats? And I'm an independent artist, and you want to know, why would you want to know what my budget is?
I want to know what you said. I'm asking the person what their budget is, right?
Right. So if they ask you how much you charge for your beats, it's kind of hard to give an answer to that, right? Because it's a variety of different scenarios.
Right.
Independent label can get a different price than a major label.
Right.
A person making a movie may get a different price than an artist making an album.
I mean, me asking your budget is to see where you at with it. See if we could make something work. Either we can or we can't. You know what I'm saying?
So some folks may take that not saying that that's what you're gonna say. I'm just saying in a scenario, if I asked you what your beats was and then the answer was, well, what's your budget? Some folks may take that offense because they may feel like you trying to scam. You trying to say, if I say 5,000, then you gonna say, okay, my beats cost 4,000. If I say my budget is 10,000, like basically no matter what number I say, you gonna go up in your price. And they may not understand the real reason why you will say, what's your budget? Because you're trying to find a way to work with that person.
Right.
Right? So there's a misconception that I'm trying to like get to the bottom of in business. Because let's just say without knowing the person's budget and they ask you how much your beats cost, do you feel like you have a beat that you could charge $10,000 for?
Most definitely.
But you also have a beat in your portfolio that you may be able to let somebody get for 1,000.
Right. Exactly.
So
yeah, if I want to know your budget, it ain't to try you a little boy you or nothing like that. It's just really.
But you do gotta get the little boy beats. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying?
It's for clarity, man. It's really just for clarity, so everybody could be on the same page. You know what I'm saying?
and it could work for a number of different reasons, right? I shoot content. I got a lot of different podcasts, music videos that we can get done for you. So if somebody be like, man, I need a music video shot, and how much you charge for music videos? The music videos can be a number of different prices. Sure, we can do a run and gun for about $250, $500, but then also a music video can easily cost $1,000.
Right.
So if I ask you, well, what's your budget as far as me shooting content? That's me trying to figure out what type of content I can do, because I want to work with you. As people, as contractors and entertainment industry, we don't really want to turn down no money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we also want to get the right money for what our work is worth.
Exactly.
So if I tell you, well, what's your budget? And you have a budget of $1,000, then I know, well, shit, you can get the Word on the Net podcast, or you may be able to get a video, run and gun video shot, you know what I'm saying? Or I could get my such and such to direct it, because such and such might cost a little too much. So I would know then who I need to call, what type of equipment I need to use. If you only got a budget of $200, then we ain't using no red camera.
Right.
I mean, see, there's a lot of variability when it comes to that. I mean, the only thing I can see in beat production that would be that variable is, do you want live instruments or not? That would be a difference in budget.
That's gonna be a different price.
That I could understand. Other than that, I really feel like producers should charge what their beats cost, and then from there say, I work with you.
Because there's a lot of
I fuck with you. I work with you, but I need a bigger percentage or something. You know what I mean? Have a sliding scale, but stick with your scale. I feel like as your shit go up, your shit go up. As your demand, because I feel like it all should be supply and demand. That's how I felt about the DJ and what DJs should get paid and what they should charge artists. It's the same shit. If I'm booked 5 nights a week as a DJ, I'm not trying to hear too much from whatever the hell you trying to offer me. If I'm getting paid less than the gigs I'm already doing, fuck no, I can't even work with you. I gotta charge you $400.
But sometimes
I gotta charge you $1,000.
You may need to know the budget of the club or the promoter that's trying to hire you, because you may need to know what type of equipment you need to bring.
Not if I'm already booked. That'd be my point. It's producers that aren't Evil G, that don't got no credits, don't got no type of, they ain't made no money off their beats for real. But at the same time, they still be saying the same thing though of what's your budget, and try and bust the first nigga that come across their path that actually will pay, to bust them across the head. That's their goal.
It's a lot of different ways. It's a lot of different ways of looking at it.
That's the truth, though.
But
that's
how it
happens.
I think that originally the question is asked because the person that asked the question, "What's your budget?" They're trying to figure out a way to make it work.
To tax you.
I think that is
because my answer as a consumer is cheap as possible. Go ahead, G. I'm sorry.
Well, I was about to say, like in my situation, I don't know who asking me. You know what I'm saying? This could be a damn label exec. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell them my independent price because I done had that almost happen to me. You know, they'll ask you like, how much you charge? You don't know who you talking to. You know what I'm saying? You might give them the wrong. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of a missed opportunity, but it's not though. Cause like even if you told a nigga, even if you was selling beats for $200 a pop, and a label exec came and still paid you $200 for that beat, right? But they paid you $200, and you still are retaining your 50%. You're still gonna get a big check off that record, even if you didn't get a couple bands up front.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It
And then depending on what you're doing, they have to. There's a beat lease, then there's a sales agreement. Those are two separate things. So if you intentionally don't include your beat sale agreement in your beat lease contract, that leaves room for negotiation on the sales side and gives you time to do your research.
Right.
And that will change if you knew the budget. Let me tell you a reason why.
You got to know the person to know the budget.
Let me tell you a reason why. Like he said, you don't know who you talking to, so you don't want to tell the major label the independent price. But there's a real reason for that, right? Let's say that Zaytoven and Evil G got some beats together. He got a catalog. In this catalog, he got a folder, Zaytoven and Evil G. And then he got an Evil G folder. Then he got a Drummer Boy and Evil G folder. You can't give the person the same price for the Zaytoven Evil G beats than you can give for the folder that says Evil G. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Because if you assume the budget based off of basically if you just throw a price out there and then they want the beat with Zaytoven and they only got $500 or whatever, I'm just throwing any number out there, and Zaytoven beats going for $5,000, that's gonna be a conflict of interest. That's gonna be, y'all gonna bump heads right there.
Exactly.
And so that's how you know, okay, what folder I need to get the beats out of based off of the budget of the consumer. And it ain't nothing for them to feel to feel like you trying to take advantage of them. Because again, you trying to make it work, but they definitely ain't gonna be able to get that Zaytoven or that Drummer Boy folder,
But why though? Think about what I mean by that. The Drummer Boy and the Zaytoven folder, you instantly would have a different price for that. But I don't feel like that price for that Zaytoven beat, that beat that you did with Zaytoven, should be the same cost to the label as it would be to an independent. Because who you want it to go to is the label. You don't want it to go to an independent.
No, I don't think that either. No.
That ain't always
Okay,
the case.
okay.
Because sometimes the major label might not even have the money for you right off top. You may run through more red tape with the major label than you ran with the independent label. Or it may be a situation to, like he said, if you give them, like, if you change your price. So if it's like, okay, I charge $500, but then you start playing beats out of that Zaytoven folder, and they like, oh, I like that one. Oh, that one there is $2,000. Boom,
Yeah.
right there. Oh, you changing the price on?
No. That's the wrong setup though. I would never say that. And I would never. That's hidden. That's hidden pricing. It's my beats start at, and then you named your number. My beats start at 500. Oh, they do? Okay, cool. What does it go up to? If they ask that question, but they usually never ask, what does it go up to? What's your most expensive beat?
Yeah,
Nobody's asking that. But so that leaves the open door for you to charge any number of dollar amounts for any other beats. You could say these beats, like you said, you got beats in your folder that you wouldn't charge this amount of money for because they're cheaper beats. So you send them that beat pack. Hey man, it starts at 500 and goes up from there. You know what I'm saying? What's your budget? Then you could ask the what's your budget question.
Okay, you still threw that question in there, but when you
Yes.
said 500,
Uh-huh.
that's what price I want to spend now.
That's fine, but you're only going to get these beats. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. You're only going to get these beats. Now, as a sales tactic, what I would do is then say, now that you've decided you only want the $500 beat, I'm going to let you hear a $10,000 beat that I got. I just want, just so you, in future, bro, I know you shopping with me right now, and I appreciate that. But by the way, I do have these over here. I heard your music is fire. I have these over here too. They're more expensive, but you see why. And you play it for them.
It kind of won't see it though. I don't think they will see it.
It's the. I know they will. I know they will, because when you attach a name to something, bro, it makes fucking bells and whistles go off.
Because like you said, it could be live instrumentation. It could be a certain beat that you pay the person to play based on, or you have to pay that live instrument. No, saying the person who did the work for hire or whatever. So that's the reason why this beat costs more.
But wouldn't it be higher quality because of that?
Once you tell that person that the change of the price after they already kind of was engaged on paying that $500.
But you're talking about for the same beat, though.
No, for a different beat.
Okay, right. But why would they
even
feel off by that? I don't understand how. If you say my beats start at this at 500, let's just say 500, and then they say, okay, boom, let me hear some, and you play them the $500 beats, what's the problem? There's no problem with that. Everything that they heard is $500. Then I said, hey, I also got these. Now these more expensive. Like this is the mid right here, but I got the za over here in the other bag. You want to smell it?
Because
you
a lot
want
of
to pick
folks,
it up and touch it real quick. Oh, you like that za? It's more expensive though. Well, how much you want for the za? It's more money. And then they be like, oh shit, I only came here to spend 10, but then they come back the next day and say, yeah, let me try some of that za. I've seen it work in other things, bro.
I think the way I break it down is you put your best foot forward. So if you play me
all my beats 10,000 in.
If you play me that $500 beat, but you don't really like it, you know your average beat is $5,000. But starting at 500, you can get one of these beats, and then the $500 beat is a 5-year-old beat. You play me 3 of those beats, right there, I'm gonna judge. Oh, that's what type of beats you got. Okay. You may not even get to the opportunity to be like, oh, but wait, I got beats that cost more that are better. No, I wanted to hear your best beats, or something that was.
If you're Evil G, bro, and you say that they say their budget is $300, $400, right? You automatically priced yourself out of his best shit because of the budget you said.
I mean, yeah, like if you
want to hear,
if there's a certain amount that you want to spend, and there's certain beats that I know that I got that these beats probably can go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sell you these. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sell you my little cool beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If they want to hear anything else that was an expensive beat, they can listen to a record that's out. He could pull up Tokyo Jets and play them a beat that's $5,000, $10,000. Here's a beat that's 5 or 10 right here. I produced this with Gucci Mane. I produced this with. That's where your resume speaks. So his beats could cost this straight up.
It's a lot of different reasons why you kind of don't put yourself out there like that, and I understand both, kind of from both sides. I just think that the folks that are looking at you saying what your budget is, or you not necessarily pricing yourself out immediately, they are taking it as if you're trying to scam them or you're trying to run it up on them no matter what price they say. And I think that originally that's kind of misunderstood, and it's really the reason that we're going to ask you for your budget, and so we can know how we can make this work for you. Because there's a lot of different options that you can get when you go get a car, for instance. You know, you can get that car souped up.
They upsell you at the car dealership. That's a bad example. Because I've bought cars before, so have you. Have you bought a car from a dealership? Did they not offer you a better car than what the car you came in looking at? Or a higher package of that car?
Yeah.
Every time. Never fails. Oh, yeah, this is nice, but you should look at the one with the leather seats.
Yeah.
They do exactly what I'm saying. They know that you came in, I don't want to spend no more than $20,000 on my car. They're going to try their best to get you at $50,000 before you walk out, or they didn't do their job. That's salesmanship. That's what I'm saying. That's salesmanship. So, like, I think certain people have done the work. Like G, he's got a resume, my nigga. So if G was to tell me his beats are $10,000 a pop, I'm not really looking at him sideways. I'm kind of like, I can see that. Now, what can I exchange of value to try to bring that number closer to my budget? That's what I'm doing at that point.
When it comes to independence, though, I pretty much keep it, you know, the same. Like, not too. It's pretty much the same across the board. But like when it's like labels and shit, that's when, you know, your price start changing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
What is it about the labels that makes your price change, though? So just to explain it for the people.
Because they got the budget to spend.
Okay, so how I was understood, and I'm not a producer, so I'm looking at it from the outside looking in. because those labels want your publishing or a percentage of your publishing, which you're entitled to as a producer. That is the reason that they should be paying more, and they do pay more, because they want more control. They want controlling interest of the song in all its facets and capacities.
No, I
If they
agree
want to
with
take, I mean, that's cataloging. If they want to be able to take your song and put it wherever the hell they want to put it at, then they can, because they own the majority percentage and the masters for that song.
You
And
still
B,
got to clear it.
I hear what you're saying, but that depends on the contract. And most of those contracts, especially with beat makers, they're buying it all out on purpose.
I mean, yeah, if you're a producer, I don't suggest you ever sell your publishing like off. Keep your publishing as much as you can.
You really don't have
as
to.
much as you can. You see what I'm saying though? But it's not like that's not what the label's buying. They are buying into some of your publishing. sometimes.
Not every time.
No.
Okay, so not every time.
No,
Okay.
I bruh, on all my big placements, I always kept my full 50%. Or unless I, collab with another producer.
So was it a situation where they was trying to buy your publishing?
It's been times where I ain't never had a label just say like, we gonna pay you this, but we want this much of your publishing. They usually let us rock with that.
Because
it'd be more the independent labels that try to get me like that.
What about the distribution monies? Because like some people are
like, okay, yeah.
So with like a major label, this is old shit though. This is old shit. It was like when Southside when people was buying beats from Southside, for instance, they would pay an astronomical amount of money, but it's because of what they were negotiating as far as points.
Right.
As to why the price was so high. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, when it comes to a label, you're supposed to get at least 3 points on the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that scenario changes. But I think it's actually a lot of folks that don't understand that scenario and don't understand the difference out of the major labels, independent labels, and then just beats on the streets. For the most part, I take it to be the labels are going to damn near pay you last, but the money will probably be more.
Yeah.
By the time you get it.
Yeah, I done had to wait on some checks for sure.
Okay.
And then usually the beats in the streets, you gonna get that money.
That's right then.
Right then.
Okay.
Independent label, you gonna get the money a little bit faster than the label money.
Okay.
So that's why in the back end, the major label ain't gonna, unless they just, got you. They're not really trying to get you on the back end because they know by the time you get the money, they already recruit anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be about a year or so before you even really get the real back end money start to come in. Other than that, they give you something that's just a loan on that back end money.
So like a lot of times when you get paid in advance, say you get $5,000 for the beat on not on your publishing, but on the district, like the royalties, the mechanical royalties, you just won't get nothing until that 5,000 recoup. Then you'll start getting, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why it's a little higher.
Independents ain't doing that though.
No.
See, but I'm saying it's a difference.
Yeah, it's way different when you're dealing with majors and you're dealing with independents. It's way different.
Right.
But that's why you would quote yourself differently to majors
right.
than independents.
You get that, he gets that, I get that. Do they get that? That's why I asked that question.
I know you playing devil's advocate, but I'm
because
just
I hear
saying
it a lot. You feel me?
Yeah.
that a lot of folks misconstrue it to be like, oh nah, you just, from what it sounds like, it just sounds like just because I got more money in my bank, you trying to charge me more money.
Right. And see, a lot of artists they catch hell because they be saying a lot of shit because it's just like, if it's 50-50 on the song, why do I pay you but you don't pay me? You feel me? That's why certain artists, once they get a little bit of a name, a producer that wants to do a song with them, they charge them. Like that's some shit that I've seen a lot.
That's just bad. Man.
Why? Why though? See, that's what I'm saying though. Where is that stigma coming from where one side is worth more than the other when legally they aren't?
Clout,
correct. That's what I'm saying. But the clout monster and the clout engine
and the
gets in the way of a lot of good music.
Like he said, the excitement of you feeling like they have it to spend on your beat, and then they flip that excitement to manipulate you.
Mm-hmm. It's called leverage. That's just leverage. That's
They
business.
flip that excitement to say, I'm going to charge you to rap on your beat.
Mm-hmm.
Because, why? Because now it makes sense, maybe for Drake. Because soon as Drake releases it, it's number one, right?
Yeah.
But if it's not an artist that has the capability of going number one, then that's just bad business. It's like
I don't know.
if especially they talking about mixtapes or they talking about just dropping.
I mean,
the shit.
that I understand, but even
Dropping
with
the
that, you
shit,
still
like-
own your shit. Like, they're not getting no paperwork. If they dropping it on a mixtape, I wouldn't give them no paperwork for it. You can't sell it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said
No, I'm
sales
saying,
agreement
but-
and
but-
publishing agreement,
but
two
that,
separate things.
But how that sound? They be like, shit, hey man, throw me 1,000, Evil G, I'll rap on that beat for you. I'm gonna turn that bitch into a hit, bro. Throw me 1,000, man. I'm gonna rap on your beat for 1,000, and then we ain't even gonna talk about no back end or nothing like that, because most of the folks that talk like that, they don't even have their publishing done. They don't even have their, BMI ass cap together.
Nah, I've heard
They
some
just
dumb street
jugging.
niggas that do that. I do get that.
They
I
just
get
be
that.
jugging.
I get that. Well, I was speaking on more of an upper level. Like, they got their shit
Like
together.
I said, if it's Lil Wayne, if it's Drake, and the
Yeah.
name is out of the market, out of this world, then maybe.
I mean, if I'm on some DJ Khaled type shit, like, and I'm putting a compilation album together, and I'm finna keep the money, I guess, yeah, you can pay a nigga, you know what I'm saying? If I'm putting a project together, but I ain't just finna pay nobody just to get on my beat, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
then that's what you paying for. Like,
Yeah,
he paying
it's
that.
gonna turn in a situation.
Do you know it's a whole lot of niggas who do that shit though?
I mean, I could
It's
believe
a ton
it.
of
I could
them.
believe it,
There's a
but-
ton of them, bro. It's a ton of them.
Clout, man.
Young producers ain't never had a placement before. You feel me? Young producer ain't never had a placement before. I'm doing features for 1,000. Shit, that'll boost me up out the stratosphere if I get a beat from. If I get a song placement with this nigga. Any one song placement for a producer ups your price and your demand.
I mean, I heard about a producer doing that, but I just wouldn't do it, bro.
I mean, you don't have to. That's the whole point, G.
Yeah,
I mean, but the young producers that's out there that's contemplating it, you feel me? That's who I'm speaking to with that. It's just like, okay, it happens. And there are artists who feel like, I mean, shit, I'm the artist. Without me, your beat goes nowhere type shit, which ain't true because it can go to movies and shit. But you get what I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's my question I'm
A
posing
lot of
to
other rappers.
At least a lot of producers going to be mad at what I'm saying.
And
I
some
know
producers,
that.
some producers rap too. Said, be like, all right, well, shit. Let me go in the booth then. I don't know what I'm saying. Call me Kanye. Call me Sonny Digital now. You know what I'm saying? I'm rapping on my own beats.
Can't nobody take my word as law because I'm not a producer like that. I'm not a composer. I'm an executive producer, but I'm not a composer.
Let's
So,
just say this. Can I at least get away with this? Don't jump in the pool if you don't know how to swim. If you don't know how to swim, don't be so eager to jump in the pool because you're going to possibly drown. Or don't go to the party and go to drinking if you ain't trying to get fucked.
real spill.
You at the party drinking all the liquor, taking all the drugs, you know what I'm saying? And all this stuff, and then you like, oh nah, I ain't finna give up none. Oh nah, you finna give up something. You done came over here, goddamn, partaking in all our refreshments.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's I don't know.
It's a slippery slope, man. You know what I'm saying? It's what my boy Trevor, aka Young Fresh, would call capping. You know what I'm saying? Good capping too. Good ball capping out there. All right, so the price may vary, man, depending on who you are. Don't be so up in your feelings if somebody asks you what your budget is. They may so happen to be willing to work with you and just trying to figure out how.
I'm definitely willing to work with people. You just gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest. But,
Right.
Yeah, don't come capping though.
Because when you find out that cap, then you know that no soup for you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask a couple of your top fives, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time, it might be a little tough, man. Cause I'm on 5.
All right, let's get it.
5 top 5s. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of different categories. I don't know if my boy Decepticon got any top 5s he want to know. But let's go ahead and get these producers, man. Top 5 producers of all time.
Do it gotta be in order?
They ain't got to be in order. You just got to name 5 of them.
5. All right. Kanye, Dr. Dre, Manny Fresh,
That's 3.
Zaytoven. I know I'm forgetting somebody.
Kanye, Dr. Dre, Zaytoven,
Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh. Oh, that's a tough foe. Who gonna get that fifth spot?
Wait. You haven't worked with Zaytoven yet?
I haven't worked with him now.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
But this ain't saying that he worked with. It's just top 5.
No, I'm hearing that my executive producer kicking in. I'm just like, okay, cool. That's a goal I can reach in the next month or 2. Get him to work with Zay. That'll be dope. We can make that happen.
Oh yeah, let's do
Big
that.
shout out to Zay, man.
For
Big
sure.
shout out to Zay.
Shout out to Zay. I met him before, man. Cool as fuck.
Zay one of the artists I could truly say, one of the artists and producers that I could truly say that got a big name, but is a down to earth individual.
Yeah,
I ain't never called him on no bullshit, but every time I called him, that nigga answered the phone with no problems.
Yeah, no.
And I appreciate that shit. That shit's real shit. You
Yes.
meet him one good time, he feel your energy. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, Zay cool. I used to work in a studio that he was working out of one time. So he was always cool, man.
For sure.
All right, let me get this 5th person. Though.
Yeah, you still ain't getting that 5th person. I ain't letting you off the hook. Oh, no, Zay
I'm
talk.
gonna go Quincy Jones.
Oh, that's hard. He's one of my
Quincy
favorite producers
motherfucker
of all
Jones.
time. Way bigger than some other producers.
Hey man, you
I'm
know
bringing
your
it- I'm
shit.
bringing it
Hey
outside.
man, you a little different, man. Yeah, was making beats in the Yamahas, the you know what I'm saying, BR, whatever you said, 220s, 202 or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, and he know about Quincy Jones to name him as one of the top 5 producers of all time.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, Thriller, Mike J. All right. I got another one, man. Top 5 female artists.
All right. Let me think about this. Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott. Nicki Minaj. Mia X.
Hey, got some good answers. Mia X, Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, Nicki Minaj. Who is the 5th one?
Let me think. Female rappers. Who was the 5th one? I know I'm forgetting somebody. I guess I would say
Who?
this is a hard one, right?
Everybody be trying to be PC, boy.
I'm just trying to make sure I say the right people, cause I don't be wanting to forget. You know, you'll say somebody else and then forgot the main person you were thinking about.
Yeah, as soon as you leave here, you're going to be like, oh, I should have said such and such. But it's going to happen, bro. No, you ain't got to worry about all that.
I'm gonna say probably like Lil Kim.
Lil Kim. Okay. Lauryn Hill, Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, Missy Elliott, Mia X.
Yes, sir.
That was a key one there. That was a little different, man. Top 5 female artists from Evil G, man. You know. And there's a lot of y'all that's on the come up as well. So shout out to y'all.
Nah, shout out to the females. They
Yeah,
killing it.
yeah, definitely doing their thing. Definitely doing their thing. I got one more, but I don't know. You got a top 5? You can shake them up.
Top 5 pieces of equipment that you've used.
That I use.
Favorites of all time. Even if you haven't used, well, nah, I want you to at least have used it, because then you can truly give your opinion on it.
I like the Apollo, just because it's convenient and it sounds great. And
Which one? Which Apollo?
I just got the twin. I got the first twin that came out.
Okay.
What's up, twin?
Yeah.
So a twin.
Yeah, I done. Yeah, shout out to the Apollo. That's just a good ass piece of equipment
UA.
that a lot of people could get. You know what I mean?
I like that question, by the way, so appreciate it.
Let me think. The complete control.
Oh.
The
Which one?
the middle size one with the screens. The one with the screens. I don't even know the exact name.
64 key. Oh, what you got? 40. You got the 48 key.
Yeah, I think it's the 48 key. Yeah, that's the one I got.
Key. Okay.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just something about it. I like working on it. I like this straight hardware or software too, or just
we already did the DAW, so
Okay.
I was
So
sticking
let me-
to the hardware.
So let me think. I still got it. What's the big Newman?
That U87?
Yeah, U87.
Okay.
I like the U87.
Gotta have a good mic. One of the greatest mics.
Ooh, I got two good questions after this then.
U87. My MacBook, cause that mug do everything I need to do.
Okay, that four? That four?
And
Yeah.
the Avalon. The
Avalon's
yeah.
no fire.
I like
Okay, I know you
running
said
through
it's-
that.
I mean, that's the setup like a motherfucker. He
setup,
say
so, yeah.
he got that MacBook,
Okay.
then he
And
got
kinda
that
answers one of my
Avalon,
questions,
then
too.
he gonna put the Apollo on that thing, then he gonna
Okay,
go
I
ahead
can
and
still
put it
ask
on the U87 on me, and then he might start using the Control 48, Total Control.
So the next question is favorite plugin of all time. Both what? Favorite engineering plugin of all time, and then I need your favorite producer plugin of all time.
Favorite engineering plugin of all time?
Yep.
People probably gonna like
Oh, we
this
can't
answer.
hear you.
I said people probably ain't gonna like this answer, but I
the
just
best
gotta,
ones.
Bro, I gotta go with the Waves bundle because it's just
Which plugin on the Waves bundle?
okay.
Which plugin?
Plugin on the Waves bundle?
Yeah. What plugin is your favorite plugin on the Waves bundle? Your go-to.
CLA 778, what is it?
76.
Yeah,
CLA
CLA
76. Okay, cool.
That motherfucker.
Cool.
That-
Which mode? Blackie or Bluey?
On vocals, blue.
Okay, all right, cool.
Well, y'all start getting all good
All right,
nerd
all right.
wise.
And then-
I'm an engineer too,
And
but
then
they
production.
they go on another stratosphere on it.
Beat making wise. What's your favorite production plugin?
Shout out to the Waves bundle though.
Shot Waves, man.
Man, that's a hard one, bro. Cause I got a few of them. I ain't gonna lie.
You can only name one.
The one that I
For
pull
this
up,
one.
the one that I've been pulling up the most lately is Complete Control, like the
Okay,
plugin.
okay.
It's just so
Control
many
plugin.
sounds in it, you know what I'm saying? And then I like it because you could actually open up other plugins in that plugin, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Compound.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a compound plugin.
So like I could open up Omnisphere in Complete Control, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do kind of like what they doing with that. I just wish my only gripe with it is they need a random setting, like a random button. That's it.
They don't have a random?
Nope.
I thought they had a random, bro.
Nah, you
that-
just gotta
that
go down
is- that-
alphabetical order.
Oh.
Yeah.
I might have a fix for that for you. I feel like I did that shit. I got one for your drums that's like that though, for sure. Like all your drum sounds and samples. XO by Atlas. It looks like a whole gap. Can you pull that up real quick? Can you type in XO by Atlas? We're gonna help the producers out here. All the producers that be wondering, man, what beat, what drums shit I should use. And I just got so many sounds and I can't go through them. I think it's Atlas. XO. Okay, go to it's just XO, but where is it? Go to images. XO. Okay, boom. That's okay. You see how it kind of looks like a galaxy? So XO, who makes XO? That was it, bro, up at the top. But I'm trying to figure out I forgot who makes this motherfucker. I own this damn plugin and I forgot who makes it.
I don't even know. Atlas plugin.
So what it does is if you can, you can't really zoom in. Can you zoom in on that? No, not that one. The one above it. That one is what it looks like. You see how it looks like a galaxy?
That shit look like the map.
Yeah, it looks like a map, right? But it really looks like stars. The reason that those big dots, those are the ones that are currently chosen, but it lets you literally zoom. Each region is a different sound. So like up there, those are going to be like the hi-hats. In the middle over there, those are going to be like the cymbals and shit. Down in the red joints are like your drums, your 808s and shit. You got your kick drums over on the left, your 808s on the right. But all those dots are different sounds in
What
your
you using
library.
this on Ableton or something?
You can use it on anything.
So
You can use
like,
it literally on anything.
They separate them like by the tone.
Yeah, so it analyzes the frequency of whatever it is, right? So it's got every sound that's in your entire library. It scans all of your hard drives, and it takes all the sounds that it finds, and it places them on the Galaxy.
Okay.
You feel me? And then you can hit the random button to create drum kits randomly from your different drums. And then let's say you click on a drum. Let's say you click on a kick drum, right? It's going to show you every other kick drum that's in all of your kits that are close to it or would fit in the same shit. You can just literally click a button and go to the next one. Oh, it's dope. I'm gonna let you use that motherfucker. When next time you cook up, I'm gonna pull it up so you can use it. Try to see if I can let you download it. Oh, XLN Audio, XO. That's what it's was by.
I'm with anything that help your workflow.
Yeah, man. That's a good creative tool to help you kind of randomize it.
Yeah.
I think every producer has a certain type of soul. So like that's what gives y'all the ability to make good beats. You feel me?
Yeah, for
The
sure.
soul of the producer?
Yep. Oh, it has a sequencer built in too. That's what you're looking at right there. If you click on that, Dave.
Okay.
It's actually a built-in sequencer, so you could really like sequence a beat out like that. Then you could drag and drop the stems. So like over there, if you just grab where it say flex 2 at in that little circle, you could just grab that motherfucker, and it'll just pull out the beat like the pattern that you have. You could drag it and drop it as MIDI.
Oh yeah, that's straight.
Oh yeah, this shit it's hard. It do a lot, bro. It do a whole lot, man.
Hey, man, we need that check, XLN. You know what I'm
big
saying?
shout
Because
to
I ain't
XO.
even know what the XO
XLN,
was
XO.
until this nerdy old Decepticon, you know what I'm saying, knower of all software, shouted y'all out. So shout out XLN, XO, and Atlas,
We're gonna be doing some product reviews
and the
real
Wave
soon.
bundles,
Shout
and
out
Total
Waves.
Control, man. Shout out to Total Control and all the plugins that you guys love to use, man. I like Nexus.
Nothing wrong with that. Nexus 1, 2, or 3. Which one? You like the original?
3.
Oh, okay. You like
3.
extra crispy. You like
3.
Nexus extra crispy.
I would say 1, but it's just gonna make me, you know what I'm saying? I'm already a
Sound
dinosaur.
old.
I'm a
Next-
dinosaur.
And one
anyway.
has some sounds on that
Niggas
bitch.
OG
though.
in the game.
Yeah,
bro.
it's OG, bro.
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. All right, so if you wasn't making beats, Evil G, and you wasn't engineering, what would you be doing?
Welding.
Probably at somebody's job doing some living.
Shit, bro. Ain't too many jobs pay more than welders, bro. Y'all, what? That's a rake
Well,
in
outside
money,
of
boy.
outside of music though, what are a few things that you like that you enjoy doing outside of music?
Let me see. Working out. What else?
Health is wealth. Shout out to working out.
I need to do more of that. I'm fat. I got fat.
And just
Turn.
being around good people. Other than that, I mean, I pretty much be doing music all day. You know what I mean? But definitely just spending time with people that I care about, and that's really the stuff that matter to me the most. You know what I mean?
Okay, quality time with the folks that you love.
For sure.
For sure.
But what would I be doing, like as far as a profession?
Yeah, I mean, I was asking both, like what you like to do and what you kind of would see, like what was your other career aspirations?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to be a producer in high school. That's just what I ran with. That's the only thing I ever wanted to be for real. I did the welding just to make some money, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That was just a job for real. But what I always wanted to be ever since
A fireman.
I always wanted to be a producer, man. Ever since I seen Manny Fresh and them.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Ever since Manny Fresh produced Fireman, he was like, hey, I'm finna make some fire, man. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about the one that put out the fires. I'm talking about the one that started the fires. You dig what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, man. All right. So, yeah, man. It seems like you made the right choice, my brother. It seems like you made up your mind. You invested it into your craft. You went and got the right equipment, and when that equipment couldn't get it right, you went and got some more equipment. You stayed versatile, you stayed open-minded, and even though you were shy at one point, You sure wasn't, shy enough from the opportunities. You was able to take advantage of the opportunities as they came along. You know what I'm saying? God is the greatest.
Most definitely.
But you definitely, made the right choices and went the right path, man, by, sticking to what you love to do. And it's a beautiful thing when you are able to make good money doing something that you love, man, and creating, for that matter, man, making something that folks everywhere around the country singing. That's an addictive feeling.
Yeah. It feels great, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It feels great, man.
So, in case y'all out there, that was wondering how you could get that placement or how you could get your beats to sounding like they need to sound so somebody could rap on them. Yeah, take Evil G's story for instance. Go get it. Change your environment if you have to. Change your circle if you have to. Change your attitude. Invest in yourself. Get the right equipment that you need. But just keep that dream and know that shit, like Sep said, know your job, man. Know what I'm saying? Know what you're doing. Know what I'm saying? If not, then what you doing it for, man? So yeah, man, I appreciate that journey, man. And like I said, it's divine. You damn near doing what you meant to be doing. But I'm glad to hear that you were sure that this is what you wanted to do and you were determined to make that, your life.
For sure.
So what you got coming up next, man? What you got brewing, man? And how can somebody get down with you?
I actually got a film about to drop that I scored. It's called Chasing Rain. And it drops May 14th. It's gonna be on Apple TV and a few other platforms. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. I just got the trailer for that today.
okay, yeah.
I
For
just
sure.
got the trailer for that today. Your boy sent it to me.
That's the main thing I've been working on. You know what I'm saying? And that finally came into fruition, and it's about to drop on the 14th next month. So
That's hard. That's stupid hard.
How long that's been kind of bubbling?
3 years.
I worked on it for a year.
Oh,
Yeah, we was working on it for like a year. You know what I'm saying? But we started on it November 22, 2022.
Got to have patience in this game, man.
Yeah, stuff don't happen overnight, bro.
You got to have that long vision. You know what I'm saying? For all you short-sighted folks that want to be in the music industry, good luck. But you got to have vision, man.
Yep.
Most definitely.
Real shit.
Got a couple of tracks with some artists that's popping out
Just some out
that
right
you
now.
could talk about.
Just dropped something just now. Goddamn tonight.
Oh, yeah, shout out Spotlight, man. They just dropped spot material. Just dropped.
How many songs you got on that motherfucker? You got like at least 4, 5?
I think I got like 7 or 8 on there.
Okay, yeah, 7 to 8. Yeah, man. Real
Okay,
spot
shout out
material,
Spotlight, man. Shout out Rosanati.
Baby. Aight.
Yeah, Lucci on the way home, Sporty on the way home.
Yeah, man. We ain't even really talk about Spody, man, but you know what I'm saying? That guy there got some talent, man. I want to say wasted talent out of Atlanta. But I still think that, he still actually has plenty of opportunity, once he kind of get his life in order. But I enjoyed that album that came out that they had to snatch all that stuff down.
Yeah.
Boy, that shit had some shit on that shit. Boy, you produced one on that?
What's the name of it?
What the name was that album was? I can't remember the name of the album. I just know that they snatched it down. I know it ain't on streaming no more, but it was out like 4 years ago, man. I can't remember the name, but
Yeah, I don't know. The ones we did still up though. But yeah, shout out to Spody, man. That's my boy, man. Free my boy.
yeah, man, you just got to get it together, man. You know what I'm saying? Free Spody, man. Stay out of there once you get freed, man. But yeah. So how can somebody get up with you, man, if they want to, get a record with you, if they want to collab as a producer, if they want you to score a movie, besides your Instagram information, let them folks know what they got to do.
You can always hit my email, evil.g.music@gmail.com. That's the main way I'm communicating right now. So, hit my email or my DM. Yeah, we can work.
Do you prefer email or DM?
DM for real, because, it's right there. I check it out.
You get a different answer out of everybody I ask that. Well, I get a different answer out of everybody I ask. Some
Really?
folks, That's another conversation. But yeah, you know, DM may work for some folks. Some folks say phone. Some folks say email because don't say they know the money gonna be in the email. But hit them up any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You know, be budget ready. But know what I'm saying, that you know, the guy say, you know, he'll work with you. You know, if you honest. So come with it and be ready to work.
For sure. I appreciate y'all having me too, man. For real.
Most definitely, man. Yeah, man. I learned a lot, man. I just seen you cooking up the other day, and that was kind of like my introduction to what you had going on, and I was impressed then. But just hearing your story and hearing how determined you was, you're a Florida boy too, and you know work with some of the most legendary artists out of Atlanta and beyond, man. I think that you just not, you know what I'm saying, scratching the surface. And I'm also super impressed about you scoring soundtracks, because that's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah, it's a whole nother ball game, man. I always wanted to do it, man. So I finally got my foot in the door and started doing it, man.
Bet. So yeah, man, y'all hit up Evil G, man. If you need some beats, you need some studio time. You know what I'm saying? You need your movie scored, or shit, you might need to put my boy in a movie or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, get with Evil G, DJ Decepticon. You got anything, you know what I'm saying?
I just want to say I appreciate Evil G for coming out, man, and doing the interview with us and letting us show the world how awesome you are.
For sure. I appreciate y'all, man.
All day long. And I just want to say I got Kendrick. I'm riding with Kendrick.
I got Drake.
I'm riding with Kendrick.
Fuck the big three.
That's right. But no shade on Aubrey.
Nigga, it's just Aubrey. Oh, yep.
He made some very, very good music. I just think that Kendrick's body of work speaks to me and sticks to my soul more than
Your soul's an old
Drake.
Negro spiritual.
Hey man, it could be old. You can say however you want. However you want.
Buddy.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just
Your
me, man.
soul was picking cotton.
So Kendrick or Drake, man? Who you think gonna win that battle?
It's not. I thought it was Kendrick and Cole. I thought that was the whole thing. Kendrick and Cole.
Man, fuck the big three.
Yeah.
It's just big two.
Man, Kendrick apologized and got up out of there, man.
J. Cole apologized.
I mean, yeah, J. Cole, yeah, he apologized.
For good reason, too. That's at first I ain't get it, but now I see why. I see why.
He could have went at him.
I see why, Jake. I see why, Jermaine.
Win, lose, or draw, go out like a G. Fuck that.
I would have rather went like a G, man. I don't think they could have ended his career. You know what
Me
I'm
either.
saying? But I don't like. I don't know, man.
And that's just that's who Cole is, man. He gonna feel bad about it the next day.
Is
you know?
he though?
He gonna feel bad about it the next day, man. Cole don't want nobody, make nobody mad, man. Like he say, man, love yours, man.
21 Savage.
Ain't no such thing as a life much greater than yours, man. Love yours, man. You make that kind of music.
With gangsters, man.
He must have got pressure to respond.
Yep. Or he just said, hey, I want to have a stress-free, guilt-free life. So I don't want no parts of that, because these boys are finna take it somewhere where I ain't trying to go. Because it's finna be some mud slinging going on, if you feel me.
Uh-oh. He got some skeletons? Oh, no. Is that the rumor restarting? Let's start a rumor. I think that J. Cole might have some skeletons in the closet that he don't want to expose, and that's why he backed out of the rap battle.
Or maybe Kendrick, he may know some skeletons about somebody that he didn't want to expose.
So he spared him?
Yeah. Maybe so.
Hell no.
I don't think it's that, but you never know.
I don't believe that one.
I think he just wasn't feeling the energy, right?
Yeah, because the nigga really gonna poke the bear knowing that he got skeletons like that? I doubt it.
Yeah, I just think he just wasn't feeling the energy. But I don't know, bro. You say something, you supposed to stand on it, man. It look crazy when you just back out, man.
Yeah.
Especially after you already shot. Yeah. You can't shoot your pistol and be like, all right, never mind.
Yeah, I ain't sure. You know what I'm saying? My bad. My bad.
Oops, that was a false alarm.
So let me ask y'all this. Sorry. Real quick. Have you listened to Mike Delete Later?
No.
Have you listened to Might Delete Later?
Oh, Might Delete Later. The song, Might Delete Later.
J. Cole's album, surprise album that he had the diss song, 7-minute drill.
Yep.
Came out on Might Delete Later, the surprise album.
Okay, yep. Nope, I didn't listen to the whole thing.
Have you listened to it?
I went through it one time, but I didn't really have a chance to like really get deep with it.
Now that he done apologized, are you going to go back and listen to Might Delete Later?
Nope.
What about you, Evil G?
I might delete it later.
I don't think so.
Exactly.
I might just delete it later.
I gotta give J. Cole a little time, man, before he get back on my good side, man. Not that I don't fuck with him, but it's like, damn, bro, you supposed to stand
You
up
could
in
get
the
a
paint,
beat
man.
Cole. You could get a beat Cole. That he ain't
Like,
saying
I fuck
that.
with J. Cole. That's one of my favorite rappers, though. Like,
But you disappointed us, my brother. I'm just saying.
I just
man.
felt like it was gonna be a moment, like a history making moment, that he just kind of just
Back
bop-
down.
Yeah, he just,
We was gonna support you, Cole. I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. We was gonna be on your side.
I
You know what I'm
was
saying?
rooting for Cole.
Yeah, we was gonna root for you, brother.
So
I
now-
thought that was gonna be a gladiator moment.
Not only did you let Nas down, J. Cole, you let Evil G down. You let Decepticon down. We were rooting for you. Nah, man, but I just thought that was very interesting that once he apologized, I don't think ain't too many people going back to listen to that entire project. You might as well scrap that entire project now that you done apologized. And I guess, hopefully the
That's
fall
why-
off.
Might delete later. That's probably why it was called that.
I knew when the album was called Might Delete Later.
Might delete that.
I knew not to get excited right then. I was like, oh, this shit. This is a cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to play for keeps. Yeah, man. I just want to give an opportunity though to give a quick shout out. Shout out to my boy Rod. Shout out to my brother Easy. Who else birthday is this month? Shout out to my boy Smurf, Keith Units, and Shanti, man. April, them 420 birthdays popping off. Know what I'm saying? Smoke something, roll that shit, smoke that shit, pass that shit, man. Shout out to all my April birthdays, man. That's my shout outs. Shout out to Stupid Beats.
Yeah, Stupid Beats, Dane Cuzzo. That's drum section. I'm 1/3 of drum section. So shout out to Stupid Beats and Dane Cuzzo. They're my brothers for sure. Shout out to Tory Montana. That's my brother. Shout out to Mike Maven. All my producer partners for sure.
You got some beats with some placements with Boosie?
Yeah, I got.
Bro, you ain't say Boosie.
Man,
say
see, that's
Boosie
what
the
I'm
whole-
saying.
How you from
Come
Pensacola and you
on,
ain't say
fam.
Boosie?
That's what I be saying. My mind be going blank when I be having this conversation, bro.
Man,
But yeah, shout out to Boosie. Boosie a real nigga too, man.
Boots a badass.
Shout out to Boosie, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
fuck with Boosie, man.
Long way, strong way, man.
For sure.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Snooty Wild too.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. Snooty. Yeah, we did one with him too.
Oh yeah, man. We may need a part 2, man. So we gonna get Evil G to come back after this movie drop. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get him to spend some of that money on some lavish things instead of his equipment, so we can, you know what I'm saying, flex on y'all the next
man,
time.
keep doing what you're doing, G.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
We gonna flex on y'all on the next interview, man. Don't even worry about it, man. But until then, man, I hope that y'all learned something. I hope that y'all, invest in yourself, and make sure y'all tune in to the next episode of the Word on the Net podcast, man. Decepticon, you got any shout outs before we get out of here?
Man, shout out Drake. Shout out Trump. And shout out Evil G. And shout out Spotlight. I got shot, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Dirt, man. Shout out Dirt, man.
Yeah,
Happy
Dirt.
birthday to Dirt,
Happy
man.
birthday, my dog Dirt. Yeah,
happy
Dirt, Uncle
birthday, bro.
Jovi. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday to Dirt, man. Oh, and also, man, shout out 1900 Astro, man.
Child Astro, what's up, man?
Yeah, what up, gang?
What's up, gang? And Julio the Don, what's up, man?
Yeah, I got your back.
All
So
my
don't even
artists,
worry
man.
about
All
it,
my
man.
artists,
I got
man.
your
Shout
back,
out my artists, man.
But yeah, till next time, man.
Vote for Trump. I mean, I'm sorry, what you gonna say?
Vote for Evil G, producer of the year 2025. We waiting on that Future placement. We waiting on that Drake placement.
And we about to work on that goddamn Zaytoven
And that
placement.
Zaytoven,
That's
that
coming this
Zaytoven
next couple
collaboration
months.
is on the way,
We
man.
doing that. We making
Speaking
that
into
happen.
existence, man. Know the power of manifestation, man. That's why we do this podcast thing on the low, man. Because we trying to manifest, to be greater, man. Whether you're an evil genius, whether you're a fire ass Decepticon, or a DJ, or shit, a person that just like to talk a lot of shit like me, Dame Doja, man. Keep the word on the net, man, and we up out of here, man. That's what it is.
Sirskis.
All right. That's it.